want to do, but we have to do it, and many of us do it reluctantly. The employees reluctantly came into work over the weekend. Then we have unabashedly. This adverb has 5 syllables, and the stress is on that third syllable, that dash, unabashedly. That second syllable has that schwa, that sound, unabashedly. And what it means is just that you are not apologetic, you are not embarrassed, you are very certain about your position. You do something unabashedly, or maybe you say something unabashedly. She unabashedly told her boss that she wanted a raise. Then we have an adverb that I like to use, and that is vaguely. It has 2 syllables, and the stress is on that first syllable, vaguely. And vaguely means that something is not clearly expressed or something is not clearly stated.
Does smell vaguely poisonous.
Who are exposing me to information and ideas that seem vaguely familiar.
If I were to reach our rendezvous on Titan, with a timestamp still attached to your vaguely irritating person.
Kramer, remember that whole deal with you selling Peterman your stories for his book and then he gave them back to you?
Vaguely.
We often use it with the word remember. I vaguely remember...
What do I vaguely remember?
What do I vaguely remember? I vaguely remember the example. I vaguely remember you telling me to pick this up at the grocery store. The next adverb is one of my favorites, fervently. It has 3 syllables and the stress is on that first syllable, fervently. And what it means is that you are just showing great enthusiasm, great intensity to do something. For example, right now, I'm fervently trying to explain the meaning of these new adverbs. They fervently worked around the clock in order to finish the project on time. Next, we have diligently. This adverb has 4 syllables and the stress is on that first syllable, diligently. And it just means that you are working very hard to accomplish something. You are very focused on the task at hand, and often it's used with the verb work.
We have been working diligently on this problem.
The person shares your concerns and is working diligently to find a solution.
Senator Gates had a series of mini strokes a few months ago, but we are working diligently to get him through his final term.
I'm sure all of you are working diligently to build your vocabulary and learn new words, which is why you're here. The police diligently collected evidence in order to find the criminal. Then we have another great adverb, which is vicariously. This adverb has 5 syllables and the stress is on that third syllable. Is it on the third syllable?
I vaguely remember.
Second syllable, my bad. The stress is on that second syllable. Well, yes, it is on the second syllable. That third syllable, it's like that letter I just has that E sound, and the fourth syllable has the schwa, vicariously. And what this adverb means is imagining a situation through the eyes of another person, okay? And it's often heard over and over again in the same way. You live vicariously through another person. So if somebody else has this exciting life going on and you're trying to imagine it, and you might tell them, wow, I am going to live vicariously through you.
Yes, I live vicariously through you, remember?
Oh, I can live vicariously through you guys, can't I? Married man. I need to live vicariously through you. Just give me a couple of details.
No.
Wow, I'm just going to live vicariously through you because you're doing all these cool and amazing things and you're going to tell me about it and I will imagine it. She lived vicariously through her children. The next adverb is hastily. This word has 3 syllables and the stress is on that first syllable, hastily. And what it means is just excessive speed, that you are doing something quickly, rapidly, and with great urgency. And because you're working so fast, you're not going to be able to put the same amount of care into it that you normally would, which means that you might be more likely to make mistakes if you are working hastily.
Thanks to these hastily passed, untested, pandering laws.
Perhaps I spoke hastily.
The last-minute gift hastily bought on the way to the party.
Often I think of a situation where you're running out of time, and that's a problem, so you have to work hastily in order to get it done. They hastily completed the final report in order to meet the deadline. Then we have another great adverb, utterly. This word has 3 syllables and the stress is on that first syllable, utterly. It means completely, totally, absolutely. Those are all synonyms for utterly.
And he was brilliant.
Utterly, brilliant. Tis insane. Utterly mad.
Completely and utterly alone.
I prefer to use utterly because I think it adds a nice little emphasis to the verb or the adjective that you're describing. For example, his outfit is utterly ridiculous. Next is intently. This adverb has 3 syllables and the stress is on that second syllable, intently. So this word means that you're just giving all of your attention to something, that you are sharply focused on this thing.
I'm sure he's pressing his ear up against it and listening intently.
Why is he watching us so intently?
And you are intently listening to someone. Maybe you are intently watching something. Are you guys intently watching this video? I hope so. I hope you listen intently to our lessons. So we work diligently to come up and create new English lessons for you guys each week, and I completely and utterly hope that you find them useful and that they're easy to follow. So if you were listening intently to this lesson, let me know in the comments. Tell me and just write, I intently listened to this lesson. That way I know that you were focused, you paid attention, and you understood all of these adverbs. Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button. Actually, you can fervently hit that like button. Do it with some energy.